So everyone, I'm having technical difficulties. I'm checking to see if this one is working yet. Hold on. Okay, so I'm waiting to see for everybody to come over because I had technical issues and I'm telling everybody. Let's see if I can get my phone to get me to the right places. Okay, so I'm waiting to see for everybody to come over. Okay. All right, Kathleen, you made it. All right, and Gregory, you made it. Let's see. I'm still trying to see if, where Sunny is. There's Paul. Hello, Paul. I've been having a little technical issues, but we're working on it. Hold on. Here. Oh. No, I'm doing good here. Hold on. I just haven't started the show. I just wanted to make sure I was showing my presence and not having a screen on, because if I had the screen on, you guys wouldn't know that I actually made it live. There she is. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right, and Sonny, I tried to put in a Facebook thing to tell them show time because it was late, a little bit late, but that's okay. It's all good. I'm so happy to see you're all here. It's been one technical issue after another. It's like, it's a good thing I was in a good mood, but I guess it wouldn't matter because I'm doing what I love. This is Cynthia Toet for Your Hidden Love Story for episode, 16? That means I've been doing this for 4 months. It's like, that's crazy. It blows my mind. It's Your Hidden Love Story, where we're here to flip your emotional story around to what to better. Because we're going to take those stories that are not working for us, and we're going to find a new story to put in there so it is starting to work for your soul, for your mind, for your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. So we have a life to live, because we have to do something to catch our breath. We are so done with being exhausted, so tired, and not knowing what to do, and so confused. And we need to get out of that mode. We need to go into high vibes. That's what this channel's about. That's what this show's about, is operating from our high vibes. Because when we're operating from high vibes, then we have momentum. We have a life. We get to live. We get to make decisions with a clearer mind. We get to get more things done in a given day instead of staying in that doldrum of a place. I'm not saying that I don't know what that is. The only reason why I'm able to do this show is because I do know what that is. I have lived my life experience. Wow, 16 episodes, isn't that great? Woo! I'm going to give myself an applause. Woo! I'm so happy. I never ever imagined that I would be doing this alone, and it still does. It gets challenging being alone, and I'd love to be doing it with somebody. But when the time is right, that's going to happen. That's what I know, because you know why? Because I don't doubt my story. I keep putting trust in it. I keep believing in it, because the universe is leading me and guiding me and directing me in this most beautiful way. And I tell you, if you even knew my day after this weekend, I had gone through some. I had gone through some things. It's like, it's when you're getting ready to make a big change in your life, a big move, how everybody all of a sudden is there. On one day, I had my dad on the phone longer than he's ever been on the phone with me, ever. We're normally like 10 minutes, and he's ready to go because he don't have the patience to stay on the phone long enough, but he was interested in my story. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Yeah, I was inspired to call my dad because this other person that, my mom's no longer with us, but this other person that I know lost their father not too long ago, and they said, you need to get a hold of your dad. Not to me, just said it publicly. And so I got right on the phone right away and called my dad and said, hey, Dad. So that was pretty cool. And then I don't know how many people I talked to that day. 10 or 12 people called me, got a hold of me. What's up? What are you doing? Wanted a piece of my time, which I don't mind. I love, sharing my time. But it was like that many people calling me on the same day that I don't ever hear from any of them. Some of them are longtime friends that I haven't heard from in a long time. That's another sign that the universe is saying, Cynthia, something big's getting ready to happen. And they just want to say, congratulations, good luck, keep going, girlfriend, you're doing a good job, we love you. So it's really, really, really cool to to have the support. The only thing is I didn't have my energy shield on when those calls came through. When that energy, when those calls were all done, I was excited about the calls, but all of a sudden I was like worn out. I was exhausted. I was tired, and it was like, whew, this is different. And at first I was going to get a little upset about being tired and being exhausted and having my energy taken from me like that, because some of those friends are, I've been working with them for a long time, and for me to move up the ladder another step, they're going, so they're a little nervous and they're a little scared. But instead of getting upset about it, I surrendered to it. I just, you know what, that's all right. I'm just going to surrender. I surrender. Yes, there was so much love. I was getting so much, maybe I was getting overdosed with love and it knocked me out, but I don't think love can knock you out that way, can it? But I surrendered to allowing myself to pause. Because pausing is a good vibration. It's like shutting all the noise down. Shutting all the energy flow that's coming in and out. Shutting it down. It gave me permission to just let it be. Not meaning I had to do anything, because I always feel like I have to be doing, I got to be doing this, got to be doing that, I got to be doing this and this and this, but I surrendered to the feeling, and when I did that, it almost allowed me to get the rest that my body and my mind and my spirit needed for this next move. But it also let me get a lot of insights. It's like I got a lot of visions to, it's definitely when I was laying there, I was getting visions to keep doing what I'm doing and keep creating the things I'm doing. It's like Spirit is talking to me, saying, we love what it is that you're doing, just keep doing it. And then when I wake up, these beautiful songs are playing in the background all day long. I mean, it was like, I'm almost in heaven listening to the songs that are playing. I'm going, is heaven singing to me? Is this so cool? Hi, Marshall. I love you too. And yes, there's so much love. I had actually thought about trying to bring somebody on the show for today, all except because of my weekend being so exhausting that I was told to just go on by myself, so that's what I'm doing. But I tell you what, I'm going to still be in this high vibe mode because my day has been awesome. It's been amazing. It's been like I got so much more energy today because I went ahead and surrendered to that other feeling instead of saying it was bad or I didn't like it. That's the lower vibrational feeling. I surrendered to it to see what the message was, what does it want to tell me. But I also have some clearing techniques that I used in the middle of that. Not the one that I got for this show because it was so many of them were coming in. I didn't know how to work them as fast, but it's always checking in. It's always checking into who it is we are, what it is we're doing, and sometimes things get a little heavy. Sometimes so much comes at you at once. To hear from as many people as I did, I would say it was 10 or 12 people. It was a lot of people, all in the same day. It was like crazy, and some I haven't heard from for years. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but it was like they all know that something big's getting ready to happen. Maybe it's because the title of my show, High Vibes, But it is switching our energy flow from we have to catch that lower emotional feeling when it comes in. And when it came in with me, I knew certain emotions that were coming through me, certain energies that were coming through me, I knew for a fact they were not mine because it was not my feeling. And I know for a fact a few of the feelings that I was going through were definitely tied in to somebody else. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting how I still allow other people's energy to catch a hold of my high vibe of energy, because it's pretty hard to get to puncture it. But it was, but it wasn't trying to puncture it. It's everything is to lead me. I will make that. You'll make it here for the next time. I was waiting for all the chickens and the cows and the dogs and the cat, and I got overwhelmed. I tell you what. It's like, no, please, don't do that to me. But I did think of a way to do that is I could bring you on the Hangout, and I could have you on your own video from your place, and I could bring in all your animals, all you want, right there in the convenience of your own home. So, yeah, it's funny. I'm sorry, I'm just like, and before the show, I mean, I've had a really awesome day, energetically wise. It was just like my soul got fed. Yeah, I go from over here to over there, and over here and over there, and that's just the way I operate. I don't know how to stay in one spot so long, one topic so long, but I was having such a good energetical day, and then something happened, and it didn't have anything with the technical issues. It was just some energy. It was some of that. It was like a test. It was like this weekend was a test to see if I knew how to lift myself back out of those lower vibes that most people are operating from. So I don't blame any single one of them for whatever it is that they're going through, that I caught their feels. It was like, no, if I caught their feels, that was something for me to go through, and for me to learn how to balance and to stay in my own You got a Sprite too? Ooh, Kathleen's got a Sprite too. We're celebrating. Here, let's cheers. That's so funny. So this, after that really good day that I was having, I was getting so much stuff done and getting this in order, and I wasn't stressing about the show. Feeling freedom and liberty within yourself. Yeah, your soul's and anxiety and stress are bad vibration. From anxiety and stress and bad vibrations and also low vibrations. It is, my vibration could be pretty high, and that can still tap in through to me if I don't have my right shield on. So, and that's exactly what happened. But it was like a test for today, because it went to happen again like 2 hours before the show, maybe 2.5 hours before the show. It was like all of a sudden that part of that energy, and nobody's here. I haven't talked to anybody today. Well, I did talk to a couple people. I had to talk to my tech person, but anyhow, I finally, I have a couple of tools, and I just put the tools to work, and I have those tools I'm going to talk to you about, and I did put them down in the description box. As long as I had so many technical issues, I'm hoping my description box is still all in order and the same. But one of the things is, it's a guided dance meditation. And it's like, I think it's 10 or 15 minutes long, and it's just she plays some music, and you just you're just shaking it off in all this different ways, but you can get down on the ground. But it is about releasing you're like moving, you're shaking the energy up, the energy that got trapped within your soul, wherever it came from. It can come from a letter. You can get a letter in the mail that somebody sent to you, and you can pick it up. I've had that happen. In fact, that's probably what happened over the weekend. But that energy, that letter comes through the mail, and if their energy is on that letter, you can pick it up. It's just crazy. So we have to be really fine-tuned to where all energy isn't necessarily ours. We're just empathic people. We're able to pick up on it and feel it, and we've been hidden from that for all our life, so we're not really quite aware of all of the ways that you can actually be affected by another person's soul and what their experience is going through. Let's see, hold on. Now, I do have a link for that guided meditation for the dance. It is down into the box, and if it's not, I will make sure it is before, after I get off the show. I'm not doing it while I'm on the show. For one, I'm not sure if I can. I don't want to mess with it. Here is a high vibration. Woo-hoo-hoo, let's dance. Woo-hoo, come on, baby. I want to put on a dance show. And then the other one is more of a lower tone. It's more of a meditation, and it's called Releasing Other People's Energy. And that one has worked for me for years, because I've gone through some toxic stuff. I've gone through some really heavy stuff where I would get slam dunked with energy. It's all energy. I would get slam dunked with energy, and I would put that on. It's a 30-minute meditation also. And every single time, it lifts the energy off of my soul. Rather, anybody is aware. Most people are not even aware that that energy is coming up, that they're putting it upon you. Most people that the energy is coming from, they are used to that energy, so they're not even aware that they're carrying it. But see, I'm not used to carrying that lower vibrational energy. I'm used to the high vibes. And what do I do to live in high vibes is I keep my thought process. I keep my thought process in the right order, in the right place, because that's where it starts. That's where most of it starts. It starts in the thought, in the mind. It takes 1 second or less for a negative thought to come through your mind, and it can start taking you under like that. But it takes 90 seconds. This is actually proven. It takes 90 seconds to stop that thought from actually going through the body and affecting you for the next hour, 2 or 3 day or week or months or even sometimes years. It's a mint green tea. All right, let's see. Oh, we got Kool-Aid in the mix. Okay, oh, I missed a whole bunch of talking in here. Oh, let's see. I can't do that. I'm trying to multitask. I can multitask. I gotta just know where I'm multitasking to. Here we go. All right, we have Paul feeling the freedom, vibration of yourself and the souls. And okay, we talked about that already. Man, I read that already. Okay, green Kool-Aid for my brother. And nice, what kind of tea, Sonny? I love hibiscus. Oh, you guys are talking in the chat. I love it. Here's the high vibration. Woo-hoo, let's dance. I'm ready to dance. You want to dance? Okay, got the music on? Come on, everybody. Let's just shake it off. We're going to shake it off. Boom, 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 boom. I can dance all night long. I can dance for hours. I think it's the easiest way to raise your vibrations up. When I'm walking my dog, I'm dancing, you know. Okay, let's go back down on the chat, making sure I'm not missing something that I'm supposed to be reading. So, yeah, I'm so glad you stopped drinking the Red Bull drink and you switched to the Sprite or a root beer when you want something fuzzy, because they don't have any caffeine in it. Yeah, she's actually paying attention to what's going on with her body. And they're talking about teas, music, spiritual music, like spiritual dance music. Yeah, that's the best live. It is. It's best live. You know, when you're here alone home, it's so much better live. I would rather be dancing than being dancing and chatting. I would just rather be doing the dancing. Yeah, right there in front of the man. Yeah, I'm just, what am I doing there, Kathy? What am I doing? I'm showing them who I am, right? You know, I'm flocking my peacock wings, feathers. Yeah, I figured I was the colorful peacock, see? I've got the colorful peacock here. and he must be the white peacock. Yeah, that's what I figured. Clearing his soul. See where I put the lion too? I got the lion back here. I got a couple lions. I got him smiling. He said he wanted to be on the show today, so, you know, we're making him part of the show today. Oh, it is high vibes, you know. We got to keep the lions in the house. So it's important for us to always find our happy story too. Oh, I forgot about that other rule I was talking about. I'll get back to that. But we always got to find our happy story, the one that makes us, you know, what is it? What is it that you can get your mind lost into something that it can take your mind away from all the chaos? Anything that you thought about, you know, if I think about, I'm drinking warm water in my morning, then my day starts. So, I want you to find out what works for you, what makes you happy. You know, when I'm dancing and I got the music on, it makes it easy for me to clean, it makes it easy for me to cook, it makes it easy for me to just hang around and do nothing. I don't know how to do nothing very well, really, I don't. Not unless I'm sleeping. I know how to sleep. When it's time, it's like, okay, but it might take me a long time to fall asleep, or I will wake up every hour on the hour after, you know, I don't normally go to bed until 5 in the morning most of the time. Sometimes I'll fall asleep earlier just because I'm overworking myself, they say. But I feel like I'm underworking myself. How is that? You know? I don't know. Okay, we're talking about hibiscus flower. Diane Morris. Part of my chat's getting cut off. Maybe I can bring it on over here. Oh, there we go. So, remember, we can't have doubt in our system. Don't doubt your dreams, because your doubt will kill that dream. If you think you can't find your happy spot, guess what? You're going to not find that happy spot. But, you know, when you're not in that happy spot, you know, it's okay to be there for a little bit if you choose to. But to stay there, we got to choose to not stay there. And that's where we have to chase out those lower feelings, that the doubt that you can't get yourself out of that mode, the doubt that, you know, this is just the way it is. We have to choose the energy flow that's going through our mind and our body. You know, when I'm actually hooked up to the guy that I, you know, am hooked up with, it like puts me into tenfold. It actually puts me into gear. It puts high performance into it puts high performance into my gasoline tank. That's for sure. That's for sure. For some reason, it gives me the high vibes that I need for me to function, even though they're not right here present with me. Or are they? Or I think they are 5D a lot. 3D, I don't think so. And, you know, I'd like to see it in 3D. I've seen him a couple times in 3D. That's how I know about the peacock move. And I know how, out of the corner of his eye, how he was watching me at another visit. So I was, I'm all over the place. I guess that's what happens when your computer goes down. It wasn't the computer. I had both cameras go down. I had my front camera, which is my Canon. The Canon wasn't down, but not the operating system wasn't picking up the Canon. Then I was going for the top camera, and then all of a sudden it wasn't getting that. And I went through, that. So we finally got them both working, and then I went to go take a break. I'm going, okay, we got it all working. But when I came back, then again, the cameras were not working again. And so I had my tech come in to my computer, and we got it going right at showtime. But then what happens at showtime? I don't know. I must have hit the wrong button, and I created a second show, and now I had two shows going at once, or one show was going and the other one wasn't, and some people were in one show and other people were not in the other show, and it's like, so I had to figure that out. Sometimes I drink warm water. Oh, I thought that was already there. But lemon juice is actually good for detoxing. For 1 day a week, and then my body completely detox. That lemon juice actually is supposed to be good for us. I have a lemon in my refrigerator that I put in the water every once in a while. But I've been drinking the Sprite. I actually ran out of Sprite. I had to go find it again. Of course, at least Mr. Sprite didn't take all the Sprite this time. I was able to find some in the stores, so he hasn't been around in my neighborhood. At least not getting the Sprite. Let me put on this little commercial, because this is what I'm going to talk about. It is about, or let me talk about it first. It's, am I going to say it right? Hold on. Okay, it's called the 189. It's one choice creates 8 feelings, and it takes 90 seconds to change that feeling around. And this system was written by Dr. Joanne Rosebird. Now I'm going to go to commercial, and then I'll come back and talk about it a little bit. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I love it. I'm watching the chat, and Greg goes, I'm planting a lemon tree right now. lemons are actually really healthy. It's detoxing for us. But it says to do this 10 times a day, because it's, you know how many negative thoughts we have going through our mind throughout the day? Well, it wants you to catch that thought in action. So when that thought is actually coming up, right when you feel like yourself is going down, you need to really, 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 when that thought starts to come, you just need to recognize it. Say, there it is. That's not me. This is just a program. Because it is. It's just a program that we got used to, that we believe that it is part of us, and that's where we've gotten stuck in the emotional self, is believing that that is something else. But when that thought comes through, and you say, there it is, and you know it's a program, but I want you to go within your body and feel where it's actually touching your body. A lot of times with me, when I catch it, it's right here in my chest or in my throat, because that's where my blockage has been for a lot of years. I wasn't able to speak my truth. If I was to speak my truth, I would be mocked, or that's not true. How can you believe such a thing? And blah, 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 blah. I can't even go into the stories because they're not true stories. It was like, but we have to feel it where it's at in the body, and then you find out, what does that feel like? Because even though it's in my chest or in my throat, it could feel different at each time. Once it might feel like something's stabbing me, another time it might feel like something's choking me, another time it might feel like I'm being electrocuted, or a whole bunch of needles going through me. I don't know. You have to figure out what that feeling is when you find the location within your body. And when we find it, we want to say, thank you for expressing that to me. I love you, I love you, I love you so freaking much, and thank you for releasing it. We want to put all that emphasis into saying that. So it's actually knowing how much you love it. You just say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. That we have to do that. The thought came through. That wasn't a very nice thought. It wasn't very comforting. It made you feel uneasy, uncomfortable. And I tell you what, if we don't take care of that thought and stomp it out right at the beginning of the time, it can take hours. It can take days or even weeks to stay in that lower vibrational way. If we do not release it, really, if we don't release it, that's exactly where we can go. And we're not here to stay in our lower vibrations. We're here to stay in that higher vibrational way. So remember just to thank it for showing up, thanking, because it's trying to express to you the feeling that's at hand, and we need to release it. It's one choice. The choice is, let's get it out of the head and let's feel where it's at in the body. Because there's 8 feelings through that. There's 8 different feelings that can come through that. And it takes 90 seconds to release it, to tell you, thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing me that you're wounded. Thank you for showing me that you're in pain in there. Thank you for showing me that you're suffering. And then to bring that adult person in and just tell it, I love you, I love you, I love you so much. It's like you're talking to the child within, if we were going to look at it another way. But again, that's by Dr. Joanne Roseberg. She's came up with that theory, and it helps so much. And 10 times a day minimum, because those thoughts really keep us trapped. Yeah, I'm glad you think it's nice to know. I think it's nice to know. So type in the chat what makes you happy. I want to know from each one of you, what makes you happy? What is it that you like to do that you really get lost in doing it? Where you don't have to stop in the middle of something. Is it a thought? Is it your dog, your cat? Is it a dream? Is it dancing? Is it music? You pick grapefruit. Yeah. And I'm going to read the chat while you guys are going to be typing in there what makes you happy. Miss Gregory. Kathleen loves painting. I got one person. Woo! And driving and listening to music. You know what? I could drive and listen to music every day. In fact, I do that almost every day. I get in my car. That's how I start my day. I go for a ride to chill out, to get those universal signs, and I have my music on, dancing away to start my day with high vibes. I love you too, Greg. I love you too, Kathleen. I love you too, Sunny. I love you too, Paul. I love you. You guys show up for me every single episode, every single week. You guys make me happy. Being happy makes you happy. What makes you happy? What gets you in that happy mode, Greg? What is the thought process? What takes you out of, you know, that lower vibrational way, you know? It is about choosing our energy flow. It is about making that choice of having the energy flow going right. So, my cards from my deck that I chose today were before the show started with all that chaos. It still said life is sweet. Life is sweet. And it says still relax. All pieces are coming together. So that's what I did this weekend when all that energy came at me. I still relaxed, knowing that all the pieces are still coming together. And then the last one says, live your love story today. Just live that love story like it's already here, like it's already manifested itself, as it's already in the 3D form. Imagine that love story that you want to happen in your life. You know, my love starts within first, because I want to love this person I am. So I'm loving that soul that comes into my life. And I want that soul that's coming into my life to love who they are too. So they're not reaching out for me to fulfill them for love. I want to actually add to their love, not be the fulfillment of the love. So we're actually sharing the love with one another instead of, you know, having to be dependent upon it. We don't want to have to be dependent upon it. Now it gets hot in this room when I'm doing this recording. And let me go see if my fan's on. Hold on. Yeah. Maybe it gets hot because I'm talking about high vibes, you know. So let's see. Deciding the first thing in the morning that today is going to be the best day in my life. That really helps, you know. You get up and you open your eyes. You know how many years I open my eyes and I go, oh no, here it is, another day. But once I started flipping my script around to that better script, and I opened my eyes and go, oh, what a beautiful day. Now what do I get to do? Go outside and play. I get to claim my life. I get to choose my happiness. I did, I don't know, were you here, Greg, when I was Greg's been part of my healing cycle, because when I was so depressed from the fibromyalgia, but I found out that had to do with a story going on in my head from my lifestyle that I was living that wasn't agreeing to what it is, the lifestyle that I felt like I should be living. And it wasn't that I didn't have a good lifestyle, I wasn't being able to express myself. And, but then when Gregory took me out on that, when he took me out on the boat on that $300 inner tube, and he got me to laugh my ass off. I mean, I swore I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe sometimes. I would say that was probably the beginning of when I started getting well. So I wanted to thank you, Greg. I love you so much for being part of my healing cycle, for part of my healing process. I love you so much because you've been part of my journey and making sure that whatever it is that's a missing piece in my life, that you're making sure that piece is being fulfilled. You're making sure that piece gets put in there that brings that happy vibes into me. That's another thing that puts me in the happy vibe is we can go on a boat ride and we can get on that inner tube and you can pull me all day long. Or what was the other thing that really makes me happy? I just thought of it and then it went goodbye, you know. Dancing, I could dance all night long with spiritual dance, especially at the spiritual dance studio. Oh man, I could do that all night long. And awesome high vibes and healthy living. That's it. You know, healthy living has a lot to do with it too, what we're eating. Let me see, what are we eating? Let me see. I got it uncrushable. I've never had one, but let me see what it's going to take. Is this a healthy eating style? I don't know. It's just peanut butter and jelly, right? That's not bad. I can see why somebody would like to eat it uncrushable. Now I got my mouth full. How am I supposed to talk? I'll tell you how. I'll be right back. Commercial break time. And what's she going to talk about on a commercial? Yeah, what's she going to talk about? She's going to talk about, did you know that Cynthia Toet, she's an author. She wrote a book this year called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, that's the book that she wrote, and it is on Amazon. It is an ebook and a hard copy, whichever you prefer. Go over there right now and grab your copy right now to see what it's going to take to flip your emotional story around to better. Okay, back to the show now. Oh, here's that book. Whoa. That's the book I wrote. Yep. It's over on Amazon, and you can get a hard copy or an e-copy. All right, we made it back. I had to eat the whole thing. It was too good just to take a bite. What can I say? It wasn't too bad for being a frozen peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I didn't really know what it was. Well, I did once. I did when I bought it, but I didn't know before I went and bought it. Yes, Mr. Sprite. Yep, Mr. Sprite loves that Sprite. Yeah, I'm not much of a milk drinker. I do, I gotta lie about that. I do drink some goat's milk. It's that kind of weird, but and my body handles it better, but I can't really do the cow's milk very well, so. I don't know when the last time it was I bought cow's milk. Oh, what we got Monday reading? It's Monday tarot reading time. Yep. We're going to see what the cards have to say for the Monday Tarot. And my dog's going to take off. Come on, don't do that. Here, we'll unplug that here. She likes to be right next to me. She's checking in. You got a new speedboat today? I can't wait to get on it. I bet. See, I must be psychic. Talking about a boat and the day that you just got a new boat. Yeah, we've been guarding ourselves. This is just, you've had lots of movement and lots of things that come forward to us throughout the years. But you've learned in the last couple of years, you've learned where you've had to put boundaries up, where you've had to guard yourself. What we're guarding ourselves is from the energy that we don't want to deal with, we don't want to handle, because we already dealt with that. We don't need to go through that just because somebody else has a lower vibe, or maybe they don't understand it. We have to guard like me, I have to guard my story, because you know how many people are in lack, in doubt, or insecure, or in disbelief, because my story's been going on and on and on. It's like, come on, Cynthia, is this ever going to happen? You just keep talking about all these signs, and this sign has happened, and that sign has happened. You talked about so many signs, but, how is it that you can keep believing? I'm going, well, how can I not keep believing? But see, they haven't made it to that level. And so that's what I talk about when you're climbing up the ladder and you're so far up the ladder. When somebody else hasn't made it to that far of the ladder, they don't understand what you're talking about. I've had people, when I start talking my story, they'll go, stop, enough, because the story is so unreal. It's like we haven't learned how to actually be living our moment by moment by moment day, just from the signs that you're seeing throughout the day. And I kind of have. In fact, how I found this place that I'm in right now, that my lease is up. Yeah, now I'm going to do month by month until I figure out what I'm going to do next. Anyhow, but when I was driving by, I was just, my friend, she was going, Cynthia, you need to find a place, because I was just going from one B&B to another, and that gets a little difficult sometimes when you got your dog, and or I go into motels or whatever I needed to do to stay off the street, But when I was driving by, I pointed right at the location. I pointed right at this apartment. And I mean, there's lots of apartments, a lot. I mean, I don't even know how many blocks worth of apartments and houses this particular place has. But I pointed at the apartment that it was the only one available that would allow me to have the dog. On the day I was driving by, I said, that's the one I want, and I drove up, and they just happened to have one that I could have for my dog. It was just so crazy. So that's living with the signs. I'm eating boiled food since 2020 because of my stomach health. But it's changed my foggy illusions mind into thinking positive. Ooh. We got this is a divine feminine. She's grounded, she's whole, she's complete, she's everything that she's done, she did this. Nobody did it for her, she did this. And something's coming together. This is like 11:11. It's like an open portal. It's like a marriage. It's like a union. Something's coming together. And it's only coming together because you actually protected your story. So you could keep staying grounded. So you could keep being whole. So you could keep being complete. And you could keep operating from your centered self. Not from that projected self. And that's why something so neat is coming together. It's like a union. It's like divinely guided too for the divine feminine here. Well, what's divinely guided for the divine feminine here? I mean, we've been doing our stories. We've been working our years. Oh, why that card wants? We got a Knight of Pentacles. Look, he's checking her out. And he must be wanting to go into union with her. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. Right there on the table, everyone. Right there. You see it? You've seen it with your own eyes pop up like that. I didn't do it. That card was sticking out. So
Everybody's invited. They're going to be so fun. Oh yeah, Sonny, you can come on that boat trip, huh? Well, yeah, fun times are getting ready to start. It is fun, laughter and play. We get to start all over. We get to start fresh. We get to start fresh with this awesome and beautiful, amazing feeling. It is so cool. Lots of wisdom and knowledge pop up in my mind. Sometimes I'm shocked because of boiled food, speechless. Boiled food. Yeah. Oh, well, let's see. Let's go on to see what that's saying here. Wait, this is like either something's not seen, or you're actually looking at the lower vibrational field and your higher vibrational field, but you're being centered through whatever isn't being seen is trying to be shown upon you. And what's not being seen is there is a brand new beginning. There's a brand new solid offer, and it's shiny and it's bright. It's an offer that you want to take. And look, it's right underneath the Divine Feminine. Well, that's pretty cool. Like she's holding her center, and then they have something brighter to offer her. Earlier when I was reading the cards, I would have, they were not shuffling. It was like they were going all over the place. They would have bunches and bunches of fallout. What was that message? Okay. Oh, now I lost my, there we go. Come back in here. Let's see. Come on. See, I started talking about what the cards were doing, and they're going to try to do it again. I gotta watch out what I'm talking about. If I want a love story to show up, I better start talking the love story. Well, we want that love story to show up. Will you show up our love story in the card reading, please? It's so funny. It says, but there's something that's hidden, What's hidden, but whatever is hidden is actually getting ready to come forward. It's coming forward in fast action. What's hidden? Maybe this union's hidden. Maybe this open portal is hidden, and maybe this masculine's going to bring that portal answer in fast. Yeah, keep telling me that love story. Come on, let's know more about this love story. Come on, cards, show us the story. We all want to know. We want to all know. We all want to know. Come on now, will you shuffle? Come on, cards, shuffle, shuffle. It's about teamwork. It's about working together. And how you work together actually brings a solid balance. It makes it move in this perfect flow because, you know, like I said, like I'm doing this show alone, right? And all my camera issues and everything, I needed to pull in a teamwork to allow it to work so it could go smoother. And scoot on up. It says we got more cards to come out, so scoot the babies up. Coconut cream pie. Woohoo! I made you hungry. Well, I guess I better watch out what I bring onto the show, because not unless we're going to dance it off when we're all done. Maybe we can go with a spiritual dance after we're all done, huh? I love it, because that card was coming out earlier too. This is, you know, you've had a lot of emotions that you've gone ahead, and those cups are empty, but you have this one back there full, and you've been praying to get these other cups fulleth. You want all the cups to be as full as that one. We do. Oh, like we've been looking at all those empty cups for way too long. Which cup? Where's the full cup? Yeah, we're going to lay down this story that's starting to show up. We're laying down the cups that have been, these cups that are so empty, we're so done with, we're laying those down. We're done with empty cups. We're going after full cups.
Full cup. Yeah, we need to bring a balance into this reading. That's right. We need to bring a balance in. If we're operating, like if we're depleted and we're tired and we're exhausted all the time because we're giving so much, we're giving and doing. It's like, and sometimes sleep won't even recover that. We have to find some kind of energetical flow to shift that. But we need to bring a balance to those lower emotional states so we can operate from this higher vibrational way. But we also have to bring a balance within our higher vibrational way so we're more operating in a balance, not too much far under. And yeah, let's be way up there. I like being way up there, but that's my energy flow. Not everybody can handle it. But oh yes, you should play music and we should all dance. Oh yeah, we could. Okay. When we're taking that energetical flow and this is the cups that are empty. And you want that one cup full, but it was showing us here that a lot more cups got empty. That it's been a long journey, and it did empty a lot of cups, but we had to lay down the stories to rest. That's bringing those cups to an emptiness, so we can find the story that's fulfilling that cup. And that's why we have to bring this balance in, because that's what was bringing this heavy load. But that's over. It's completed. We're done with this cycle. We are already going after these new cups fulleth. Oh, well, we're going to scoot all of that part over. Yeah. Because we got more cards to read. Yeah, because we got the sun. No, we're going after the sun. We're done with those lower stories because we're going after the best story of them all. We're going after the sun that shines. This is the most radiant card in the deck. It is the funnest. There's nothing negative that you can say about this card because the Wheel of Fortune is actually coming in for this love story. And you got love on the table, and you got more love on the table, and you got more love on the table, more love on the table, and that's from the past. I love that. Okay, so here we got, I gotta do it my way, you know. We got the sun that's coming in to fill up our cup. To fill up our cup of, what was that first one that came out? I don't even know. Where'd it go? Oh, this was the first one. To fill up that cup brings the Wheel of Fortune change. It brings the better story forward. It brings the happy ever after life into action. It brings it into this love story. So these two can be together. These two up here where he's checking her out. He's checking her out. He's just got this that's in between. And well, he's got his 11 and she's got her 11, so they're a match. In my weird roundabout way, because they're lovers. They want to look each other eye to eye. They want to hang out together. They want to be touching each other. To offer that cup of love, the love from the Queen. She has the most love to share. Oh, we got the Queen and the Empress. They both have the most love. To have these lovers come together, these are two people operating in two separate bodies, but their heart is connected. So they're kind of like marrying each other, doing the same thing. In fact, I did a reading, which will come out sometime this week. I'm not sure which day it was. But the reading was, I think it's tomorrow's reading. The reading comes out that everything that the Divine Masculine's doing, the Divine Feminine's doing, or vice versa, it was just like if she's got her head down, he's got her head down. If he's looking at the moon, or if she's looking at something round and circle, he's looking at something round and circle. It was just so crazy. It was so crazy to do the reading. It's like they're marrying each other. And so we got the two lovers, and then we have the Divine Masculine has a cup of love to offer. Here, so the Divine Masculine here has a solid offer to the Queen. And he has a cup of love to offer to the Queen. And then we have the King of Cups, which is the Divine Couple, which I figured a Divine Couple was going to show up anyhow. We got a Divine Couple on the table. We had this come out with something right in this, we had this come out this way. Lovers, this is lovers with the cup of love, with the most radiant love there is from the feminine side to the lovers coming together. Maybe that's what brings the lovers together, is because she had so much love to give.
And the masculine goes, I would like to give back. I would like to make this a partnership deal. That's what the Monday cards had to say. What do you think? What do you think? I think it's beautiful. All right, so you guys are eating, and whoa, let's see, so cool. I'm eating a purple yam. Ooh, cake too with the mint green. Oh, look, exciting! You're so healthy. Watching Your Hidden Love Story. Ooh, right here on my channel. It's so cool, so cool. And then Paul, my life and my taste between the types of foods or boiled vegetables. I don't know. I tell you what, didn't you eat fried vegetables on your last show? I don't know. And lots of fire. Yeah, we like lots of fire. Lots of fire. Let's see, I've been getting, I get once a week, I have my meals delivered from Sunbasket. And it's so easy. I just put I think it's all organic or not. It's pretty healthy eating. And I put it in the oven. My oven turns off by itself, and it keeps dinging until I get it out of the oven. So I'm pretty safe at cooking that way. Normally I don't cook is because I'm all over the place and I'm definitely going to burn whatever. But I don't know if that's would be if I was with the right person, if that would happen, because I didn't used to do that. I think it started after I decided to take off my mom outfit, and I decided to take off my wife outfit, and I decided to put on my gypsy outfit. See, I got my gypsy outfit on. And do we got some music here? I don't know if I got music here to be able to play music at the same time while I'm on the show. Let's see. I'm on my computer, which was built for me. Let's see, I can probably go to YouTube, and I could probably type in spiritual dance music. Here we go. And this is an old one, but I wonder if it'll play.
Plan that was all
Okay.
figured out. It was the memories that weren't even in the plan that were always the best memories.
Okay, hold on. We gotta get some music going. There we
As
go.
I came in here, I heard those words. One character, one.
We're just gonna dance off some of that food, okay? We're gonna dance off. Oh. Okay, we're go. Show. You're laying on the couch. Well, you can do your dance move on the couch like that, Kathleen. Disco dance. Move your body like a wind and make them move. Fantastic. Dance, 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 dance. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Were you dancing too, Gregory? Were you dancing too, Paul? Sunny? That was so cool, you know. Well, you give me the idea, you know. I'm listening to the chat to see what the chat has to say, you know. Let's see. Anybody got any questions? They put it in the chat. If anybody's watching the show and they want a free reading, all I request for you to do is to subscribe to the channel, and then I'll bring in a free reading for you. And if you've already subscribed, make sure you hit the like button. Go like, because all those things, they really matter with this YouTube algorithm thing and whatever it is. You know, I normally don't just worry about it, but you know, if I'm going to put on 3 hours worth of show, you know, I might as well get some subscribers out of it and some likes out of it and lots of watch time. Woohoo, woohoo. This deck is just calling me. It says, will you just pull a card? It's going to flip a card. A King of Waters. Open your heart and your mind to these around you. Trustworthy and heartful advice. Charity work. It's trustworthy, companionship, respected, culture. You know, I was talking about my weekend where I felt like I had a lot of emotions touch me, and when I gave myself time out to surrender, then I actually could feel where the pain was in my body, where I felt like my heart was being mended some more. It was pretty cool. It was a cool experience to go through. Miss Kathy, now reality show judge with the points given us, Miss Kathy. Now, I'd like to take a little general one. Okay, Kathleen gets a general reading, and then Paul has a question. Okay, whatever the cards would like to tell me. Okay, Kathleen, this is for Kathleen. What's the cards want to tell Kathleen right now? She wants an answer. Let's get Kathleen's energy in there. Is a Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiasm, and contemplated. Falling in love. Kathleen's falling in love. Maybe there's wedding proposals. The need to balance, but you need to balance your emotions, and that's what I talk about. We can't be too high, we can't be too glittery, and we can't be too under. It is about balancing an emotional self. An invitation to a social event. An Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity. A career advancements, and change your life, which could change your life now. And I love it. Balance comes in. It is about balancing the emotional self, because we can't go from one extreme to the other. It's like, okay, if we're going to make this next big move, is to make sure we're in balance with the higher emotions and the lower emotions to bring it. So I get these tarot cards that go through my head when I'm talking the story. The deck that has the woman that's, when she's so nice and calm, but yet there's fire in the background, like the Ace, I think it's the Ace of Wands, where the fire is going, it's ready for anything, but her mind and her body is calm as that passion's getting ready to take off in full speed. So that's what I got for you, Kathleen. And can I tell you, a card reader too. Yeah, you know, anybody can read cards. It's just a matter of everybody has a different way of reading cards. To me, the cards are just a tool, because what comes out is me. How I read the cards is me. It's my personality. I'm here to raise your vibes to a high vibe, because that's what I'm good at. I want you to be happier. I want you to be enjoying your life. I want you to find yourself through those low moments in life, to know that you can find your way up to the higher vibrational way. I want to give you hope with laughter and play and giggles and sweet talk and dancing and music and whatever it takes to raise that vibes to a higher vibe. And I kind of feel like so majorly calm. That's good. And you were just saying balance is so crazy. Like not to care. You can't have a care in the world. You can't have a care in the world. Your relationship to spirit. Okay, what's Paul's relationship to spirit? Paul's relationship to spirit. What's Paul need to know? Relationship to spirit. Let's see what the cards have to say for Paul with the relationship to spirit. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Ooh, let's see. Spiritual. Let me see how I would read it, okay? Six of Waters. Memories from the history or childhood issues regarding children, romantics of the past. Okay, hold on. We're going to get the story right. Ten of Earth. Okay. All right. So this is what I got, Paul. This is what I got. I got that you've gone through competition, you've gone through challenging times, you've gone through things that were not just always easy. It's like a conflict with others. You know, maybe you have your dreams and you have your ways, and I mean, you're a big person. You have a lot that you have to offer out to the world. But the thing is, because you're like up there on the 9th and the 10th step of the ladder. I'm going to put you down on the 9th step because I think you still have another step to go. But we would say, and most people are down there on the 3rd or 4th, maybe some are on the 5th, but most of them are down there lower, and they don't get it. And so you're going to have that conflict. You're going to have that conflict with others because your dream doesn't match up to what it is that they even understand. It's like my spiritual way of living, like, the reason why I had fibromyalgia is because I wasn't truly being me. And because I wasn't truly being me, then I shut down. And it was only until I said, that's enough. I refused to give me up to be in this relationship. You know, I refused to give me up. So I built myself up. It took me years to build myself back up before I actually made a decision. But the decision was not just a one-sided decision. It was a lot of things that led up to that. But the conflict with others, it was conflict, you know, is because we're on different paths within our journey. And then this one has to do with, we have memories when we're children, and the way we're upbringing in a certain way, and because we've been upbringing in this certain way, that our memories think that life is supposed to go only this way. You know, and that history, it comes from being the childhood, and it's like, so we almost have, it says romancing the past because we're holding on to a past story. We're thinking that the past is supposed to be, but that story didn't work. But it is the illusion that it could possibly still work because of the story that we were fed when we were children. But what you're after is the ten of Earth, which is the happy ever after fairy tale life, where you financial security, that you're finding magic in the little things in life. You're living that happy ever after fairy tale dream that you've ever been wishing for, the one that you ever wanted. You know, these things right here are things of the past. That's, you know, maybe you've had to go through decisions and having to make up things. Not make up things. You had to figure out things. Why is it that why everybody is so against me when there's this awesome, amazing love story that I'm going towards? Why is it everybody's against me when I'm climbing up to the ladder to work on this spiritual mission? Why is it that it feels like everybody's against me when I'm talking about stuff that people don't really get, and I want to really get them to understand that, you know, we can stand taller? Why is it? It's because that you're on a different part of the ladder, and we have to find the balance. We have to find that balance too within to bring it so we can actually be in this happy ever after fairy tale dream. And that's where you're headed. You look at, you got your wings on. They're nice and big. Those wings are growing, and you're with your mate. She's got her wings on too, and that you two are out here raising the tribe out there. So the tribe can grow their wings too. So they know what it's like to fly. So they understand the process. They understand the journey. Not necessarily your journey or my journey, but they understand their journey and where they're supposed to go, what they're supposed to work, and what they're supposed to do within their life to make them that special one-of-a-kind person, to make them so they're actually living their life purpose. I'm so happy that I've been able to get you to where you can understand yourself more, Kathleen, because that's really where life is meant. And, you know, when we can understand the person we are. I missed quite a few, but that's what I looked up and saw. Yeah, Kathleen allows it to be made. It's not that we just have it made. We have to work towards making it be made. Ever since the thing I went through, such much less thinking, so much more being.
thank you again for going with me through it all, Greg. Yeah, my brother, he's a healer too, you know. Happy to be part of it. And Kathleen, you definitely helped me get to where I understand myself. And Cynthia for sure too. No, I didn't help you. I just been planting seeds. You helped yourself. Because I can't do it for you. I can only lead you, I can only guide you, I can plant your seeds there, but you have to do the work. I can't do the work for you guys. I can't. You know, I can talk as much as I want, and I can tell you this flip it around story all I want, but it's for you to apply it within your own life for the change to actually happen. Yes, you did, and you, oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, maybe why she says that is if I wasn't in her life, then a lot of things that she's learning and going through that she would have never learned that. And so I'm the, what do you call that? I want to say the vessel. I'm the person that helped her discover her own tools within herself. But yeah. Wow. So, Paul, you have a relationship that continues to grow closer, and forgiveness is part of what needs to be always in the mix, and a positive resolution will happen from something that's happened in the past. Yeah, this is the same thing, saying the same thing. So that both of these cards are talking about forgiveness. You know, maybe something's happened in the past that, you know, you're going, I can't have that ten, I can't have the Ten of Pentacles because of this that happened in the past. And maybe you're still holding on to guilt, or holding on to frustration, or maybe you're holding on to disappointment because something that's happened in the past. And that, my dear, you need to forgive yourself for that's happened, because it happened, it was divinely planned. God had a play in it. It was divinely orchestrated. God had a play in it. It was divinely guided. God had a play in it. And why did he have a play in it? Because it helped. It helped with some healing. It took time for that healing process to happen. That's why, you know, after it happened, there's been this long journey in between from that time that it happened to maybe now it's been, let's see, 10 months later, and it's like it still feels like that's still there. You have to forgive yourself, because give it to God, because God doesn't want you to suffer from that. God gave it to you to do. He gave it to you to make that happen. So the healing began, and the healing began on such a deep level, and such an amazing level. You know, things that have happened to me, everything that's happened to me in the past, I thank it for happening. I have forgiven them all. And anything that I haven't forgiven them, I'm willing to go in deeper to figure out what it is that I need to go through the forgiveness for, because I don't want to carry the suffering on. Greg, you're simple. You're like quantum physics. That's what I say too. That's a big joke. What? Quantum. It's true, Greg. It's the part of you that you're still learning. And it's explosive. It's quantum physics. It's a quote. Oh, it's fun. It's good. It's good stuff to get that stuff out of the past that has created toxic shit in our lives, to allow it to flow out, not where we're taking that toxic stuff and letting it flow out to somebody else, but we're learning how to diffuse it. We're learning how to not let it be a part of us. But madam, will I be able to achieve liberation in this lifetime? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. You have a 10 of earth there. You know, finding magic in the little things in life. You know, you gotta find magic. There's magic all around us. Well, I'll pull you some more cards. That is woman says, Paul wants more cards. So wants to know,
wants to know? Liberation. That's freeing the self. We've got the King of Earth. A successful time. There's your answer. Confidently accept the opportunities you're offered. Your answer is yes. You got victory. You're coming forward. That's victory. Coming forward. Victory. Good news. It's on its way. Public recognition. What do you think? What do you think? Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Yeah, we have to stand up for our own beliefs. Actually, if you want this 10 of Pentacles, this is a happy ever after fairy tale dream. We have to continue to stand up to our beliefs. Know that you're already successful. Know that you already have your wings. Know that you have an opportunity to offer with good news. We have to stand in our beliefs, knowing. Stand up for your belief. I went here to a different deck of cards, but I thought that I really liked what the card said here at the end, because you've gone through lots of struggles. You've gone through lots of different belief systems. You've had to grow from, the belief systems that you've been raised and taught and believed in all your life, and you've had to actually wash some of them away and put away because they haven't worked for you. Even when it comes to your own love story, you've had to, I know that that's what they said and this is the way it's supposed to be, but that's not the way it's working for me. Can I rewrite my script for this love story? Because it says that, you want to have romance in your life, but these memories of the past saying, hey, but I'm not allowed to have this romance in my life because that was supposed to be with this past person. But it says to go ahead and let those memories of the past be, those memories that you've been taught and led to believe that that's the way life is, let that be so you can have your happy ever after fairy tale dreams, so you can be the king or the masculine part of your feminine body. You can be the king to go ahead and move forward, knowing that you are successful at being liberation. You are already there. As long as you're freeing this story of the past, the story that we've been raised, the story that we've been fed to believe that is a lie for your life, for your being. The truth is, you already know what the truth is. You already know how to stand in that 10 of Pentacles mode. You know how to be in that position. You know how to own it. You know how to rule the house. You know how to nurture. You know how to love. You know how to provide. You know how to whatever. You know how to do it all. And you know how to even touch the minds of others. You know how to touch many people. You know how to touch lots of people. That's why that's a tribe. And your victory, you're having success, and victory's on its way. Public recognition that you're going bigger. With the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, you have a mate with you to help balance you. So you can actually help you with your tribe. And that's what's fair, and it's fair and just for you, for your decisions, for you to go with your belief. You got to stand up for your beliefs, not the old story, not the story of the past. Anything before this moment in time of today, we need to let go of those stories. If they have not fed us our soul, they have not fed us our mind, and if they have not fed us our life, if they are draining our lives in any which way, shape, or form, those are the stories we want to let go of, because that's what's holding us back. We have to let go of the stories that have been fed to us all of our fucking lives, all of our lives. They have fed to us all of our lives, that we have to rewrite those stories to bring a new emotional feeling in. I understand that that's the way my parents live, but that does not mean I have to live that way for me to be whole and complete. I understand this is a belief system of my church, but I do not have to go all of that way for it. I know that's kind of hard to say, but it's a religious. I want you to go into God's hand. God wants you to love, and you know how to love and provide for others in this most beautiful way, and you'd be successful at it. You just have to stand up in your own, you have to stand up for your belief system.
But one tarot card, oh, here you go with the other tarot card readers. Okay, one tarot card reader told me this type of thinking will change the future, and I'm more involved in materialistical things. Please, madam, confirm for me. Will these type of thinking of the future have faith, believe you already have it? Because, madam, I don't want to be stuck in the materialistic things of foggy of illusions. Okay, let's go back. Because the answer you're asking for, I just gave you. Ten of Pentacles is everything. It's not greed. You are probably somebody in an authority figure that knows how to make money. And when you make money, you have to spend it somewhere, you know. And like me, when I'm making my money, a lot of my money goes right back into investing into me putting stuff out here for everybody else, and then anything else, the things that I like, then for me, and then up and beyond that, I would want to help other people that I know. I have certain things that I'd want to help them with. They don't get to tell me what they want me to help them with. I know what it is that their lives need help with. This is not a materialistical thing. The materialistical thing makes you feel solid, makes you feel whole, makes you feel worthy, makes you feel complete. It's okay to have the materialistical things. What's not okay is to have the ego with it. You're not any better than anybody else just because you have material items. Like, I think it was yesterday, somebody along the side of the road was asking for food. I had some Sprite in the car, so I gave him some Sprite. Yeah, some Sprite. And it was really funny because it was like an hour later, there was this bum along the side of the road, and they were walking and they were waving at me. And I know it's my pink car and everything, they're saying it's cool, but I still think it's cool because I don't put where I'm at with my life above everybody else, even though I might feel like I'm taller on the ladder with my emotional feels and what I have to go through, but it doesn't mean that I am better than them. I'm not any better than them. And I may choose not to hang out with them because I don't want to be in their vibrational mix because I have to preserve my energy. But it doesn't mean I'm better than them. It just means I'm in a different state of mind, or I'm in a different state of energy level than them. So I take my ego out of the mix. So without the ego in there, then there is no problem with owning things at all. Hope that helps. Okay. Oh, we have Justin in the house. Justin, if you subscribe to my channel and give me a like, I'll give you a reading. We are it. Point. Thank you, Miss Gregory, for supporting me. Oh, my brother's supporting you. Okay. So I hope that answered your question, Paul. I think as long as you get the ego out of, and hi Valerie, so happy to be here. I am subscribed to your heart. Don't be subscribed to my heart. Subscribe to my channel. That's why I'm putting on all these shows for the long time. Is I'm trying to get my subscriber rate up to 1,000 because YouTube won't pay me until I get up to 1,000. Once I get to 1,000, then I'll feel better. I don't want to read these cards anymore. We're going to go to another deck. But who wants a reading? And we go, you subscribe to my heart. Will you subscribe to my channel? Hello, Justin. On what point? Thank you for asking. Oh, Paul, I have my other deck here. When you ask the next question, I'll pull from the other deck. My other deck, though, that's really my love story deck, for sure. I am the mother one. I love you back. Whoa.
So Justin is checking something out, being grounded, being whole, checking something out. What's he checking out? He's checking out the gifts, checking out my talents. That's what I see. Checking out my talents. What is it this girl can do? What is it that she's so good at? I'm going to sit here in the background. I'm going to check her out. I'm going to check out what this reader can do. Can this reader flip my script around so I'm feeling better by the time I'm off the script? She says, you need to write your own fairy tale dream of a story. Says you get there, so you're out there and all by yourself reading this book, but you're the one that's writing the story in the book. What it is that you want in your life. This is what I want into my life, and this is what I want to come. And I like to work with the emotional self. So when you're writing your story, what it is that you want, I want you to write your story. What kind of emotional feelings you would like to feel within that relationship that you're trying to attract within yourself. First, you want to have these feelings within yourself because you want to feel radiant, you want to feel awesome, you want to feel amazing within yourself. But right here I see that you're checking me out. But I'm telling you, and that is to write your story on the emotional level. What would you like in your life? I would like passion, I would like desire, I would like excitement, I would like someone to work with me, I would like someone that loves to do the same things I do, I'd like somebody to go ride a bike with me, I would like someone to go hiking with me, I'd like someone to travel with, I would like someone to I'm not going to say that one just because I don't like the idea. It has something to do with my story. I want someone to share my life with on this higher vibrational way. I want someone to share the same vibration that I have. So start writing down the vibrations that you really like about yourself. And then start writing that story to what it is that you want to feel emotionally inside yourself and to what it is that you would like to attract within your life. Let's see what else Justin needs to hear. Yeah, we got to get out of the sad story. Even if it's a sad, I mean, like a lot of us have either lost people or our lives have changed. We've gone in a different direction. Life's not the same way, and when like it's almost like maybe you had to leave some people behind in your journey forward, and it wasn't really something that you wanted to do. And when you had to move forward, that it hurt. It made you cry. It made you not feel good. And so this is a story we'd have to go back to rewrite the story. Is a lot. I really believe everything is divinely guided, divinely timed. I believe the Lord is in the middle of our mix every single moment of our day. So go back to this time and see what it was that actually caused that moment. Let me read a little bit more. Hold on. See, what I see is pain. There's pain in the picture. And I'm asking you to rewrite your story so the pain isn't as painful. So you can have your wishes and dreams come forward. Can you rewrite your story? And the story that I like to share, like I like to share to ones that are coming in that haven't been in my show or anything. That what do I mean about rewriting the story? What do you mean? It's like I am recently divorced, and when I would say my divorce, when I said my divorce, I would go from this happy person that I am right down. It would suck me dry. It was like almost like a vacuum that just took all of my energy out. It was going to deflate me. That's the first time I ever said it that way, but maybe that's the way you need to hear it. It would deflate my energy. It would take me under. It's like I couldn't, just from those two words. But me being Miss Flippant and being the gypsy medicine woman I am and the healer I am, I know. I'm going, whoa, what was that? I go, I haven't been feeling this way forever. I've been feeling whole. I've been feeling complete. I've been feeling awesome. I've been feeling amazing. And all of a sudden I said those two words, and all of a sudden I feel like, 11, woo, woo, woo. And I all of a sudden felt, well, what can I do to change those two words around, Cynthia, so I can feel better? I go, well, I'm not going to say I'm going to say the divorce. Right away, boom, same thing. All of a sudden now I feel like my gas tank's getting filled up and I'm getting blown back up, and now my energetic, happy self came back, and I went, oh! look at what two simple words did. And I changed one word, a 2-letter word, from my to a 3-letter word, the. Well, how did that change my energetical flow? Was my meant I owned it. And the made it a process. It made it a procedure. And that's how I rewrote my story. That's how I started having more miracles come towards me. Wishes and dreams. And that's how I dealt with the pain. The pain like left like that. And now I can say my divorce all you want because I changed my story around to this better story. Okay, so let's go in here and see where the chat's gone. And we got Valerie. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, Valerie, but I think you're already subscribed. Worry not, my dear, you are not alone. I am with you all the way. Truth is suffering. Suffering is change. Change is love. Love is presence. The present is internal. Life is pain. Pain is growth. And growth is death. And death is start to the... So be it, and so it is. So are you doing the reading, or am I doing a reading? Do you not need a reading? You're just in here challenging me. You're testing my waters. Yeah, something you are. Yeah, me saying something from nothing. You know, we can say all the words we want, but it's really changing. What I mean by flipping the story around is finding a story, finding the words that your body and your mind and the spirit can settle from, can grow from, can get out of that stuck feeling, get out of that way of, you know, feeling like something was like something was wrong or it shouldn't be because it was all, yeah, and that's what allows new beginnings to come in. It gives you a clean platter, it gives you a clean slate, it gives you a clean brand new way to look at life. I keep looking at this guy because I feel like you're watching me. Of course you're watching me. You're like, I'm on live, right? You're seeing what I can do. Rewriting your story, whatever that story is, so you can feel like that brand new beginning. We gotta let go of those old feels, those old stories, to allow the new ones in. Yeah, it's like bringing a new. It's being the cocoon, and you let the butterfly out. So we're learning how to fly. We're learning how to fly in this beautiful, amazing way. We don't ever have to understand anything. It is about, for myself, it's all an emotional journey. And if we can keep that emotions and balanced and on the higher vibrational, then we're doing awesome and amazing. And when we actually sink underneath, it's like, how long are we going to stay there? Can we take claim? Can we take a change? Can we flip our story around to bring a new emotional story in so I can reclaim my life and work in a balanced and operate in this higher vibrational way? That's what I got for you, Justin. And then I see Valerie's in there. Justin's sound is pure. Justin, I meant, okay. I feel like I'm being blessed. That's what I feel. Later, I too will get caught up in material things, she said from Adam. But I don't want to get caught up in material things. It's a mindset. It is. It really is. You can have all the material things you want, but remember, you earned it. If you got them, you earned it. It was given to you somehow, in some way. But don't make you feel like, don't let yourself, and I know that you've been working on this. I know, I've seen it with my own very eyes, that you've been actually getting so you are not putting yourself above the rest. even though you're above in an area, and that's teaching and learning, you're teaching and guiding on a higher spiritual level. But when you're looking at those material things, it's okay to honor them, it's okay to admire them, it's okay to have them, but when you're done with them, it's okay to free them and give them or sell them to someone that could use them because you have something else that you grow in that you want or go towards. It's really a mindset. It's where you're going to let your mind go with those material things. You can have all those material things and love them. My brother has a lot of material things. Here is a lot of poem. I write poems. And it's really a mindset. Just because you have a lot and the bum on the street has nothing. The bum on the street's right where they're supposed to be, and you're right where you're supposed to be. But you're still equal as people. You're not better than them. You're not less than them. We're all equal. That's how it's okay to live in this materialistical world and have material things or not. You know, as I get older and bigger, and when I have more things, I don't feel that I have to give more to somebody else because I have more. I give what I'm going to give anyhow, because it's coming from the heart. It's coming from my purity. It's coming from love. But it doesn't mean I'm going to let anybody stomp all over me either, because they think I have a lot and they want to come and take what I got, because I know the work I've done to put into it. But it's not just that. It's the work that I'm doing. I'm putting my money into, and you too, are putting your money into investing, reinvesting, into making the work that you do happen. It takes time, it takes money, and then you're rewarding yourself with some material things. That's okay. It's just really a mindset. We have to clear the mind to think something's wrong and become a balance with it to get the ego story out of the story. Justin, I can't. I'm being me. I'm reading. I'm just doing me. And I probably haven't read a lot of what you've written because I can't read and talk all at the same time and tell my story. But do you want to come here and do the reading and be here live? Then we can do this. But you wanted me to give you a reading. I was giving you a reading. And I love all the words that you're saying in there. So it's like, yeah, I'm doing the reading, but Justin's reading back, so I will never understand or simplify oversee. Okay. Sound is pure. Okay. Oh, good night, Greg. I might have missed you already. Even though if we're forgiven at birth, sometimes we have to forgive ourselves. Go back to Justin on that. Good morning to you, Paul. I miss you and our friendship, but I understand. Valerie, I'll give you a reading next. Good morning, Miss Gregory. Are you aware of my words are yours? My words are yours. Straight from the well, I drink living water. You are a blessing. Oh, thank you, thank you. You are. Thank you, thank you. I hear you. You worry not. I don't worry about much. I don't. I live in the now, And most of my past I'm good with, and when I'm not the person that's thinking about what happened in my past. I'm not the person that's in the past moment. I'm in the now, and what's going to happen next, and what's going to happen next isn't clearly defined. In fact, in my last show I showed that we're always looking for certainty, but the only thing that's certain in life is uncertainty, for sure. And so So I live in the present moment, in the now, in the now, in the now, and we cannot be upset in the now at the same time. So when we're upset, all we have to do is bring ourselves back into the now, and to, I do sometimes go out to the future. If I go too far out in my future, I kind of start little worrying a little bit, because I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet, because nothing's solid for me. But doesn't mean that I don't trust in the process. I trust in the process. I know that life is going to provide for me. I know that life has me taken care of. I've never not been taken care of somehow, some way. Every single day of my life, I have been taken care of. I've always had some kind of roof over my head. And when I was homeless, I still had some kind of roof over my head. They may not have been, I just didn't have my own place. And I didn't have no real place that was mine that I could call home. I mean, I could have stayed at my brother's, but that wasn't my elective way to go. So, and Justin should fill it up by spamming me. Okay, let's go back. I hear you, worry not. Focus on your presence. Indeed, it will be done in time. There is a place for all things. You are scarce. Very well, my love. I call this... and I don't know that word, so, and you are solid, and you walk a foundation. We are, it's a pretty cool life. And wishes and dreams are coming true. I know that. Wishes and dreams, that's the coin that we threw a wish in the well, and we wished for this fairy tale dream to come true. We wanted this happy ever after story to come true. And you know what, when we're already living life as today, claiming life today as if it's already your happy ever after dream, your happy ever after story already being here right now, today, then you're already living your dream. I want more in my dream, but you know what, my dream really comes down to feelings. I have my little love box. Box, and what I do in here is I write down, what do I want to attract into my life? Even though I may have a vision of a person in my life of who I think that might be, because the universe really shows me by name, by first name, by last name, by location, it shows me in so many ways. But I still have to keep it so I'm not like plugged into that is the piece. I have to plug into the energy. What is the energy flow that I want this person to be? And let's see what I got. I want to be cherished forever, and I want them to inspire me as I want to inspire them. I want to feel special, and I want to go on adventures. That's the energy. That's the energy that I'm putting out there for this love that I would wanting to attract into my life. So what's the other thing? I want to create beautiful memories together. Just so whatever we're doing, we're rehashing the day about how beautiful the day was. I want to dance and be inspired again. It's crazy because I don't really have inspired on that many in there, but there's two of them. I want to be inspired. I want to inspire them back because I feel like that's the joy of the world, where dreams and wishes come true. And I want a soul universal partner where we're feeding each other's souls. We're both are feeding the soul. What I do feeds their soul, and what they do feeds my soul. I already know that person feeds my soul, and I know I feed their soul. But we're doing this on a 5D level still. I'd like it to become 3D. Okay, so I love being on camera. I want them to love being on camera, and I love doing Showtime. I want them to be loving doing Showtime, and I love sharing this love that we're creating together. So it's the energy that I constantly am putting out there to what it is. Hail Mary. You walk on foundation and dance. Dreams do come true. We have to keep believing in them. I tell you what, if I don't believe in my dream, it won't come true. So the dream is going to come true because God's going to provide. Because He always provides. He's right there. He's watching right now. Going, okay, Cynthia, we got your back. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing your stuff. Keep strutting your stuff. Keep doing your show. Keep putting stuff online. Keep doing what it is that you love to do, with or without that person. So you can attract that person into your life. So you can be the same. Operate this awesome, amazing story. Let's see. We got a love story. When she's talking a love story, she might as well pull out her cards that she loves doing a love story with. Well, Valerie, let's see. Valerie's in there. Let's see what Valerie needs here. What deck does... Here, Valerie needs some from my flipping cards. Woo-hoo-hoo. So... Okay, here we go. Valerie, flow into ease with trust and see the beauty within. Okay. The camera's up there and the camera's over there. I looked up there, but that camera doesn't catch my face. This one up here does. So Valerie, it is about, see the beauty within yourself. I talk about this too in my show. We're always reaching out there for somebody else's approval, somebody else's like, everybody else's want. Your favorite card is here. Yeah, look at the deck here. That's my favorite deck too. Is love the person that you are. Go inside here. That part that you don't like about yourself, let yourself feel it. When the thought comes, oh, I don't feel good about myself, where do you feel that in your body? And then just start like, I love myself. You just, even though you feel like it might be a lie, just, I love myself. I love this awesome, amazing person I am. Just keep telling yourself the lies that you don't believe about yourself so we can bring the truth in. We can bring the beauty within. We want that beauty within yourself to be that loving soul, because I know, and I told you this before, you would give your last dime away where I probably would not. That is a big person. That's the person I want you to love within yourself, to claim that love, to bring that love within yourself and say, I love you so much, Valerie. I know I just gave my last dime, but I know what, that somebody's going to provide for me too, because I trust in the flow. And it wants you to flow a little bit more easier within yourself and to trust. It wants you to trust. And I'm asking you to bring all of your emotional states that you put out there. This person makes me feel this way. That person I need to get this from. That person didn't do this for me. Instead, go, what is it that my body needs? What is it my soul needs? What is it? How do I feel? Why do I feel uncomfortable inside? Can I just like pat myself like you're the mom, but you're patting the baby's back. You're going, don't worry about that stuff out there, Valerie. Stop trying to be something bigger. Just be this loving, amazing, beautiful person that you are. Because you know how to care like no other woman knows how to care. No other woman knows how to care like you know how to care. You know how to care for the stranger on the street that was suffering, that needed a bag of food, that you went and got that bag of food for that stranger. You may not ever see that stranger again, but you are willing to give that heart. I want you to love yourself that much. Go within. Stop looking out there for somebody to love you more than you love yourself, because you'll never receive somebody else loving you more than you love yourself. You need to learn to love you more. Bring it in. Bring it in. Reel it in. Reel it in. Reel in that emotional feel that's out there. Reel it in. I know you want to, but it is the mindset. It is saying, I can do this. I'm reeling it in. I'm loving myself. I'm loving myself. Sometimes it takes hours and sometimes not. But you know what? And it's one day at a time. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Right now you're here. You're listening to me. I'm 500 miles away and you're still online and you're listening to me because why? Because you know there's something. You know there's something that you want. You know there's something that you can feel. There's something that, and I'm saying, yeah, it's right there inside of you, Valerie. You can do this. You can love that person that you are, that awesome, amazing person you are. Whether you can put jewelry together or not. Rather if you can cook a meal or not, which you can cook good meals, I've been told. And no, you have to love what it is that you're already good at instead of trying to be good at something that you're not. and we don't have to put ourselves down for the things that we can't do, but we need to love love the me that we can do. So trust in that more. Bring yourself home. You're the home. Your home is your foundation, your body and your soul and your mind and your spirit. You're welcome, Valerie. King of Kings. My dog's snoring again. Hi, Queen. I know I'm the Queen. I'm waiting for my king to show up. Okay, what do we got? We got commercial break. I'll be right back.
Sometimes we're just looking for the right place to hang out. Have you ever thought about a spiritual network on TV to watch? What channel you would go to? What group you would go to? Have you ever tried High Vibe TV? They have an app. You can download it, and you can try it out for 7 days. And then after that, it's only like maybe $10 a month, and you can get astrology the way that you never ever heard it before, because he gets really deep. He gets into deep stuff to how the world is operating, to how the astrology chart goes. And there's tarot readers, but my favorite thing is spiritual dance music. On every full moon and new moon, he comes out and he puts this awesome, amazing prayer together, and he puts this music together so we can shake that crap of the old past off and bring the new vibrant way in, or a high vibrable way. So you ought to try High Vibe TV in your spare time when you need something to do. Till next time, have a beautiful day.
Yeah, my dog, she's snoring. Where is she at now? Is she behind me again? Yeah, she would be up in my lap if she was small enough. I used to have a little Yorkie, and she was a little bit undersized when we got her. I had to feed her special food. And one year she got out the front door and she ran down the road and somebody picked her up. She picked her up and she was missing for a whole month. I think that was probably one of my hardest journeys in my life. I went door to door with Kathleen Diane. She helped me go door to door, and we were looking for Bella. And then it came to me that I needed to go to the church because the dog ended up, everybody saw the dog up until the church, and it was a Catholic church, and there's like 4 sessions of church that goes on. And I just felt like I needed to go into the church, and it took me a month to get to the church to go in there for whatever reason. Anyhow, I got my dog back. It was the coolest thing to get my dog back, but because I had to special feed her, she went a month without eating right. And so her immune system, she got weak, and I think she lasted another 10 months, but she passed away in my arms. And it was 3 months after my mom had passed, and she passed away in my arms, and my sister-in-law passed at the same time my dog passed, and it was crazy. But back to the dog story is how the dog here that I have, my daughter wanted to get a border collie, because I always told her when she was younger, I should have got a border collie because I knew the border collie would herd her home, right? So she went, and she found this lady that was selling border collies back up in Reading, and we went and put money down on this puppy, which is this dog right here, right? Well, the interesting thing about this dog is I used to, with my little Yorkie, I used to have this little cubby hole I would go hang out in, right? The first thing this dog did when we brought it home, it got down on the ground and it ran right straight to the, I meant, the Yorkies all over the house. It's like, how does this dog know right where to go? Went right there like it was home. And there's several other things that this dog has done, like this dog actually, the little Yorkie, when it lays down, it puts its paws out and it slides its paws out, front paws out to lay down. Well, my border collie does that. And when I took my border collie to a dog school, and they go, no, border collies don't lay down like that. And I go, well, that's because my border collie has my Yorkie inside of her. So, yeah, that's mine. The cord is woven in a line, and it is complete. So let's see what. Okay, we're gonna get the cards going. We're gonna. I normally use these cards when I'm out and about in my car. I carry these cards everywhere. Like, we got the Knight of Wands. Ooh, 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 the Knight of Wands is in the house with the Emperor. Oh, and he's had to take care of some lower fields. But you know what? With this card, it's so cool because these lower fields that he's taking care of, that backpack is not full of rocks anymore. It's got feathers, so it's as light. It's a light load. But we got this Emperor. The Emperor's in the house, and he's got this chess piece. See, he's got the chess piece, and he's ready to make a move. He's ready to make a move like the lion would. The lion is fast with action. Yeah, we got a lion in the house. We got lots of lions in the house. But we got a lion here, and let's see, Kathleen. She's a double Leo, and then when we got Sunny, she's a Leo, and then my dad and a lot of my best friends. It's crazy. My grandmother. So Leos are in the house. Yeah, we got lions in the house, lions and lions, more lions and more lions. And he's getting ready to make a forward movement to fill the cup of love with the divine feminine to complete this story here, to bring a completion, to allow let me take that back, to bring this masculine. This Emperor that is the King of Wands, which is ready to make movement, is making movement, coming forward in the chariot. He wants to go fast. In this chariot, he's up on top because he wants to go faster. He's going, can we go any faster? I want to go faster. Can you go any faster than this? As again, this cup came up in the other reading, is like we got all these cups that are empty. You know, we've been given and given. The divine feminine sister's been given her love and given her love and given her love, and the universe is trying to provide it back. It's going, we got love back here, but she knows it's getting depleted, and she goes, I can't run out of the light because I got to keep feeding it. And so this masculine is going, hey, I want to keep moving forward because I want to feel that cup of love, and so that's what is to bring a completion to that, to bring it to her, so she can, no, that's where I was going to change the story a little bit. That's so she can feel vibrant again, so she can feel more energetic again, so she can feel whole again, so she can feel this awesome, amazing person without feeling like she's got to go under just because of, everybody in the whole wide world called her all in one day. We don't, she don't need to be taken under from that. She should still be able to stay vibrant. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. The beginning of the story. Releasing those old fields of the past. That's it. Release, release, release. Please take care, madam. Sending you lots of love and hugs and kisses. Did you have to go? What happened? Lions in the house. Let's see. He's going, did you really have to reveal the story that way? She goes, well, I'm feeling the cup of love. Look we're just bringing love in that picture. We got love in here. Yeah, he sees the love too. That's what he's out early in the background, and he's receiving that love that's coming in. It's like, how do we get that love in there? You guys are so funny. Whoa, 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 whoa. I remember when I first met Kathleen, is I would have these cards that would fall out, and I would throw them back in the deck, and she would go, she goes, well, why'd you throw that back in? And I go, don't worry about it. It was supposed to come back out. It will. And sure enough, it would come out 2, 3, 4 times. And she goes, I'll never question it again. So, yeah. So we, this is about, okay, well, like she's going, okay, we want this love to come on in, and this is we've all gone through this heartache of a way. We've all gone through having to grow and expand our hearts. We all have had a pain in our heart at some time or another. And look, he's going, here, let me give you some more pain in your heart. But we're not listening to that lower emotional story anymore. We're not surrendering to that story anymore. You guys are so cute. We're blessing the story. Because we have stories that we want to share out to the community, but we want to make sure we are blessing those stories before we actually share them out to the community. Because we don't want the community to have to go through what we've had to go through. We don't want this community to have to go through this pain in their heart. We don't want the community to have to feel tricked or have to go under these lower emotional fields. That's why we're blessing them. That's where we're asking God to come in and says, God, all these pains and all these sufferings of this past, we're asking you to come in and help heal them and forgive them from all dimension, time, space, and reality. Everything in the past, everything in the future, everything in the now. Bless it all. So when I pass my coins on to the community, that they're not going through this lower vibrational story. They're not going through the pain in the heart. And that's what the Hierophant has seen. Is he went up to God, and he went to talk to God, and he saw the light, and he came down, and he's laughing his ass off because he was going, really, it was that simple? It was as simple as just flipping a script around? And the Divine Feminine goes, yes, it was. All you had to do is rewrite your story and put a little drum beat to it and put some music to it and let that Mustang that you got and turn it on and roar it up, woo, 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 woo. And this card to me always means union, just because of the way it presents itself to me. And it's not just any union. It's with fire. It's with passion. It's with excitement. It's with desire. So that king, he must be going after passion, excitement, and desire, I gotta say. Ooh, we are all to tell the tale. One day we'll all hear the story. And yeah, this is the story that we're realizing. The story is already written in the book. What story? This happy story, this love story, this joyful story, this fun story, this exciting story, this passionate story. And our stories have gotten lighter. Like here, this is like the masculine. He feels like he's still got a load to go. But I'm telling you, the load is lightened. It is so lightened, it's brightened. And see, this is her, too. This is like some information that's coming forward. So we're walking across the sword, but the information in the book has been lightened. It even feels lighter. It feels easier. It feels easier to get across. It feels easier to get across that waterfall. Look, I'm just going to lay my sword down and across from this side to that side because I have no fear of falling, because I know I've been lightened. I know I've been lifted. I know that I've been held. I know that God has me, and that God is holding on to me. God has lifted my spirit up enough so I can feel light enough to feel like I can get from one side to the other. The other, and you write the other in the chat. You speak only to your heart, only to the heart. Now we let go of all those old stories, And you just keep working the gifts that you got. Keep working those gifts. Because we got a masculine, he's coming forward because of those gifts, those gifts that you're doing. So we got a divine feminine in the picture that she's actually working her gifts. She's working the gifts of letting go of those lower emotional feelings. So that better story comes forward. That better story that lightens the load, the one that brings the light into the picture. And the divine feminine is crafty at it. She's just really enjoying her thing. But that's what's bringing this divine masculine forward. This divine masculine, he has a Mustang, you see. He has his flowers and he has his blanket that he wants to lay her down on that blanket and do that, you know what. But yeah, before they do that, they got something to eat and they got a little love letter because he has something he wants to say to her, because you know what, he knows back here her cup was running empty, and he wants to actually tell her that, I love you so much, we're going to fill up all those cups again. We're going to fill up all those cups. And see, he's got a basket of food for us to eat before we lay down on that blanket. Ooh. Yeah. Whoa, these cards are coming out. Yep. Oh, yeah, it says, you know, again, this to me is still, there's fire in the passion, like the divine feminine, there's fire and there's passion, but and the calmness within. Where'd this one come up at? I'm seeing where this story is trying to go. This is about, we're seeing the light, we're all going through this rebirth. And the rebirth is allowing us to operate in a calmer level, but yet have that passion and desire to give us momentum, to give us movement. That's what's changing, is how we're operating. And look at how this connects. It's how we're operating through those lower emotional fields. We're actually we're putting light onto the picture so that lower emotional field cannot stay there anymore. And when we're going through it, we're actually finding the calmness within that's bringing this change, so we can actually operate from this passion and this desire. It's a love letter to me. Aww, I'll read it. I'll take it, send it. You got my email, you got my P.O. box, and you got my house address. The other, you speak only to your heart. Her name is Parosa. Heed the word. Yeah, that's what's bringing balance in. That's what's bringing this unconditional love story forward. It's bringing a balance. We're bringing that balance to the emotional self. That's what's bringing this change, the Wheel of Fortune change. We're bringing the balance to the emotional self. That's what's bringing the masculine figure forward, so he can deliver the love letter and deliver the flowers and deliver, come, you know, take you away on the Mustang. Who knows? Are they on the beach here? I think it is a beach there. But it's not down like this kind of beach area. It has a path, but this is more like, not like as sandy, it's more of a grassy sand maybe. He wants to take her places. He wants to fill her cup. That's what he wants. He wants to fill the cups of love that I told you they were depleted here. He wants to fill them up. He wants to make them so they're not depleted anymore. He wants to offer the unconditional love full of rainbows and fairy tales and kitty cats and doggies. Mr. Sprite, yes. Princess Sprite. Princess Sprite. We got Mr. Sprites here. This is Mr. Sprite right there. And Mr. Sprite, this looks like Mr. Sprite right here. He's coming forward. He's coming forward. He's coming forward for her to give her that love. To bring the wishes and dreams, to have her feel radiant, to bring union together. This tower on this card is a beautiful tower moment if it was to be read, but flip it back over. This is unconditional love to bring union together. This union here is about celebration. It's about excitement. It's about living life with joy. It's about living life with happiness. It's about living life like it's a party. Like it's a party. We're celebrating. We're playing music. We're dancing. We're just like, our spirit is free. And it makes the divine film goes, yes, it's about time. Excuse me, I probably said that way loud. Well, that's the what she looks like, though, right? Like she's just like giving it all out. And it's the wish. It's the wish that she caught that's about out there in the universe. And she's been holding on to it for so long because wishes and dreams are coming true. Wishes and dreams are coming true unconditionally. Woo, 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 woo. You rule. You slay the truth. Get that truth out there. You are carried by the air over and take the fire, stay. Yeah, it's time for her to get on stage. Because she's got a story to tell, she's got a story to share, and she wants to be under the spotlight. And all the people out in the audience, look at all the people out in the audience, they're raising their hands, they're cheering for joy, because they want her in the spotlight too, because they want to hear what it is that she has to say. And she knows she has this beautiful way of flipping that script around to this better emotional story, so they can feel relieved, so they can feel lightened, so they can feel this beautiful, awesome, amazing way. I'll be right back. I wanted to share with you, I just got my certificate, so I'm an ordained minister now, so yeah. Isn't that pretty cool? I gotta match my guy, We can both go out there and marry people. I wonder if we can marry ourselves. I don't know about that. I'll have to read the book. I'll go ask my minister. So let's see, what's in the chat here? And give without and unconditionally, rejoicing with grace, with the flow together till the end, till the next, and we begin anew. It's true. It's finding, I mean, to feel this radiant self this divine feminine has. And to have the masculine here that has the place to offer that to her, knowing that she has this radiant, beautiful story to share to the collective. To how many is she going to affect? Every single person in the audience has their hands up, me, 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 me. It reminds me of me. I went live on somebody else's Zoom call. They had over 2,000 people on the Zoom call. And I got on there and I was able to talk for less than 5 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes is what I had. And when I first started talking, everybody in the Zoom room was like, because it's going to be a long journey for the event that they're at. But they put me at the beginning of the show, and I got them going. And within 2 to 3 minutes, we went from being down like that to like, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready, we're all ready. That's what this card looks like. It's like, let's raise the vibration to these people out there that are feeling less than whole and complete, that are feeling like there's doubt, that's feeling insecure, that's feeling like they don't know which direction to go. Let's get her on the stage. Because somehow she has this magical way. They're helping them flip their own personal stories around. So it like changes the gears. It changes the direction of their thinking. To always looking for the worst story, and they start looking for the best story within their own life so they can claim their own lives back. So they can be that best, beautiful person that they're meant to be here, right here on this planet, right here today. So they can be operating from the higher vibes of a way, and that where they can actually get momentum and movement in making changes on this planet Earth making changes in this world, in the way that it's being run. It's get these people, let's turn their minds on. Let's turn the switch on. Let's turn the light on. And I tell you, you can do it on your own and I can do it on my own, but I tell you what, when we hook up together, we're going to be like a power couple. We're going to be kicking ass because we'll be lighting each other's fires up. We'll be lighting the fire up to no end. It's like there's no doubt, there's no insecurity, there's no lesson, we both know that we can do this. And to put us together is just like, like making a double engine in that Mustang. Let's see, a perfect power. Till end, till we begin. You are the perfect. We are. All right, let's see. Anything else in this deck? That's what it says. That's what I cannot see. Is this, or maybe you can't see. Maybe he can't see. But he's the Emperor, and he's ready to make his move. And he's going to make his move pretty quick. He's on his way. What's he's on his way to? He's on his way to fill this woman's cup up with his unconditional love. Because he has this love letter that he's probably written 100,000 times. He's written it and rewritten and said no, rewritten it and rewrote it. Nah, that's not good enough. And, he's probably got it just right now. That's why this union's getting ready to take place. And that's why she's jumping for joy. She's like, yes, it's about time to allow these wishes and dreams come true, because there's a place for her on the stage that the Emperor's been looking for. All right, back to where we are only arrowheads. We aim for paralysis. I'll look up that word. You have my word. Aim true. Look through. Okay, let's see. P-A-R-O-U-S. Keep saying this word I don't know, so I'm going to go look it up. P-A-R-O-U. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? I think I know who you are too, so. Oh, you. Not personally, but spiritually. There we go. Christian, second coming. Another term coming. Yes, it is. Everyone, 2 more about Cynthia. Ooh, thank you, Sonny. I'm flipping that script around. It is the stories that we've been fed. It's the stories we've been told. All of our lives that have affected us emotionally, on an energetical level. And I'd like to have the opportunity to help rewire your minds, to rewrite that script. So it's actually feeding the mind, the body, and the soul, giving us strength to defend ourselves. So we're not all weakened and feeling like we have to walk around with our heads down and feeling like we have to listen to whether we got to get a shot or not, or got to go here or got to go there. What can we do to stand up for ourselves? What can we do to be this more empowered person? How can we get that lower vibrational story out of the story? How can we bring it so the story that we're telling ourselves, we get strong from it instead of weakened from it? How can we go about our day without saying, you better be worried about this, you better be afraid, you better watch out for that, you better... Well, how about, okay, let me be aware of it. And let's see what each and every one of us have to do with it. Because if each and every one of us stood into the power that we are here for, because I'm here for a different reason for somebody else is here for, but each person has their spot, each person has their position, and we're all divinely born. We're all here on purpose. If we were all living on our purpose, we would be functioning on this higher vibrational way. And if we could all just click into the gear, what is it that you're awesome about? What is it that you're amazing about? What is it that you do that you get lost in time about? How can we get you to flick the switch? How can we get the key to turn on? Because they've had the key turned off to us. It's, to me, the biggest disease of all time. Is how they have brainwashed us, manipulated us all these years to not use our own emotional awareness, our own higher intuition. I remember I was three or four. I must have been in the room with my cousin, and I must have been playing some kind of magic, and I was told not to ever do that again. And that, you get shut down at that time. So this is where you get a chance to not get shut down. Let's check out what it is that you were trying to do back then that was yours to do in the first place. All right. Let's see. We got second coming and has come. Oh, there we are. All right. I didn't get a lot of questions today. Yeah, we're in the hotline. I go Thursday nights too. On Thursday nights, I do tying the knot. You can tie that knot. Thursday nights, 9:30 p.m. It's still your hidden love story, but it's the sequences of tying the knot. Because we've got to put things together, And I don't have my next show lined up. I don't have the title, X-Ray Visions. Yeah, I know I'm being watched. That's okay. I love being watched. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. We're all being watched. We've all been watched all of our lives. But that doesn't mean you can't still be you. You can still be this most beautiful, awesome, amazing person that you are. What you have to do is claim it. Step into that. Be okay with that awesome, amazing, beautiful person you are. Knock, knock. Somebody's knocking at my door. When you gonna come knocking, Mr. Sprite? Cheers. I need a drink. You know how many phone calls I get per day for about the last 3 weeks is 5 minimum. The telerobot calls and all that. It's just driving me crazy. So, yeah, text message and email and my doorstep. Got an owie now. Yeah, my telephone's got an owie. You know what? I upgraded my phone here. Not upgraded my phone, but I put in the update in my phone. And ever since then, my phone has had an owie. Like making me work extra hard to get some of the things that I used to get done very easy. So you guys got to go do your own show, probably. Blazing right on. Yep, gotta go do your own show. Yep. So it says it's time out. All right. I guess it's time to take time out. I don't got a lot of questions coming in. I could sit here and wait for somebody else to come in. I don't know how to read all my stats and all that on YouTube when I'm doing this. It says 38 playbacks, average watch time 30 minutes. That's cool. I have 5 current watches. Ooh, I had up to 12 people in my show at one time today. Woo-hoo-hoo, that's pretty cool. Let's see. And that's all I can see right now. Well, I got 5 people in the chat. Let's see. What do those 5 people need to hear? Let's see. Let's see. We'll just go to the Medicine Woman deck. See what that has to say for you and me today. What's it want to say for the people in the chat, the people that are still watching? Whoa, 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 whoa. Says it's time to play. It was a nice sunny day here today. It was really nice. I heard it was really nice where Kathleen was too. She went on a picnic somewhere. It was pretty cool. I just got to see some pictures. Yeah, I must not, the cards normally give me something right away. So maybe we don't need to read anymore. Yeah. Yeah, it is about balancing this is about balancing our emotional self so the emotions on the inside are cleared up. And we've got a masculine and a feminine down here. They're holding up the world together, but they're holding up the world together with this new relief of the field. This is, look at the two together. They're looking at, they're watching the sunset even, because they're at ease, they're in joy, they're in happiness, they're in contentment, they're in love. We're just standing there and watching the sun go down for the day, knowing that they did their work and they got things cleared up. They lightened the load. Lighten this beautiful load. The dog, she's snoring again. Yeah. And it didn't matter how small of the did I get? Hold on. Yeah, how small the owie was or how large the owie was, we were able to aim for crystal clear to bring the balance within. We were able to clean up that emotional self so it wasn't it wasn't bringing the planet off balance. We're able to do it from love. The world knows who's in the church. And God walks with us every day. Every day. Yep. The Spirit's talking up out there, and they're always talking. They got stories to share. They're planting new seeds. Yeah, we're planting new seeds. We are. We're planting new seeds out there for the universe. They're cleaning it up. That's what the talk is. They're talking about the new seeds that are being planted. It's like the divine masculine and divine feminine. They've been swimming through this emotional journey to be able to come together, to be together, so they can swim together, so they can swim. They're swimming even stronger together. They're actually not just swimming together, they're flying above the rest together, because they both had this vision to have this dance, to dance on top of the world as life was joyful, life was happy, life was to be lived, life was granted to us, life is on purpose. Life was to be built. Life was to feel good within your own temple, so you can feel protected within the temple that you're in, knowing that you have a story to go out there. Once you go ahead and you've been able to balance yourself on this temple, on the inner self, that you're able to go out and share that story out to the world and be at peace with it all. Yeah, thank you, Justin, for joining us. I think they left. I think probably Paul and him had to go. They got a show to do. I'm just being psychic. That's what the card said. They said something about it. And since I'm not getting any more questions in the chat, I'm going to say goodbye. Love you all. Catch my kisses. You are Justin. I'm not Justin. You're kissing me back. Remember to subscribe to the channel, please. It really helps. And So, yeah, I do this at the end of my show. I kind of like let myself wind down a little bit. See it. Sometimes I get somebody else popping in. Good night, good night. You say hi to my man for me. You're welcome, Paul, Justin, Sonny. Valerie's probably not here anymore. I know I gave her what she needed. My brother left. I gave him what he needed. Kathleen, she's on her journey too. I got some beautiful people in my tribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.